Thank you, Roger. You know, I think I know most, if not all of you. And as you know, as Roger said, I work at the Linda Hall Library, and one of the great pleasures working at the library has been working with and getting to know Roger and Vivian, who I understand will be here
She will.
a little later. So it's an honor to have the book launch at Rainy Day Books. And you can just see some of the authors they've had around here. And now I'm one of them.
And you know, authors have gotten their start here. About 21 years ago, we started with Susie Orman and did her very first event. And only about 15 people showed up. Nobody knew who she was. Go figure. But look at her now.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we talk about, if you look at some of these named authors' signature posters and stuff like that, and John Irving, John Grisham, people like that, they all talk about how hard it was to get their first book published. And so I'm so proud that he stuck with it, and that, you know, there's a little bit of sort of like resistance at first, but then you sort of like tough it out and just keep going for it, and you succeeded, and you've got your book, and so we're so pleased to be selling it.
I didn't have any rejections.
Oh, great.
First publisher. No, that's not true. Had several rejections. It took me about 2 years to find a publisher. Blank Slate Press. It was just a great fit.
Yeah.
It's an amateur sleuth mystery. My intention going into it was to write a fun book, just something, you know, a quick, entertaining read that you know, it's nothing heavy. It's not a lot. You know, of course, there's a murder in it. There has to be for a mystery, but you know, not a lot of violence. And I wanted to also talk about the Philippines. There are the Philippines and the U.S. have had such a close shared history for over a century now, but there are very few American authored books that are set in the Philippines, and even fewer mysteries, and even fewer yet mysteries set at Subic Bay in the Philippines, the former base. I think it may be the only one, actually.
Wow.
I hope you enjoy it. If you do, post a review on Amazon and Goodreads and everything, and spread the word.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, one of the things I think too is impressive about Eric is that he did his diligence, as any good engineer would. He asked a lot of questions. He consulted with Vivian and me through every step of the way about even the title of the book and the format of the book, the size, all kinds of different things, even the font style. I mean, we talked about so many different aspects of this as he began to hatch Decker's dilemma, you know. And so what I think is really admirable is that you asked so many good questions, you got answers, and you had a well-informed decision to get to this point. And so many people, they don't do what you did beforehand, and they go through all kinds of trials, tribulations, and failures. And for you to be able to launch this thing into outer space on the first try is phenomenal. So thank you for
I
doing
even
it.
called you this afternoon.
Yeah.
Or I called Vivian.
Yeah. Yeah,
Up to the last minute.
exactly. So we're all happy to be celebrating this launch. We hope that you're going to stay and get books and get them personalized and autographed. We have refreshments, natural water and gourmet cookies back here. And just enjoy yourself, have the time of your life. I know that Eric will. And here we are for future references. If you go out as a Goodwill ambassador and tell people a good book will sell itself, and all you have to do is just be a Goodwill ambassador and say, hey, I read this book, I really liked it, and get it at Rainy Day Books.
And the only place to get a signed copy is
Rainy Day Books.
Rainy Day Books.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming.
Thank you all.
All right.